I think we're live. Are we live, historians? You guys out there? Well, real quick, guys, this episode is brought to you by Danny and Lauren Perez, the Radicals. They are not just the Radicals, they also own the Museum of Wonders, MassCon Paranormal, DLP Photography. They drive around in a hearse. Danny makes coffins out of casket wood. I'm sorry. He makes Ouija boards out of coffin wood, out of coffin casket wood, and he sells them. They just made their first book. They go on tour. So thank you guys for sponsoring the show. It's a little off the rails here, trying to get shit figured out. So we're going to bring on our guest. First guest that we have bringing on is the leader, the mama of the Paranormal Five, Missy Lothrop. She is a main all-star. Her and her husband, Richie, and their three kids make up the Paranormal Five. And I'm going to let Missy talk all about herself on here. She's done a lot of stuff from classes to going to Gettysburg to doing her own podcast with her husband and everything else. So we'll bring her right on in a second. Also from Eclipse Paranormal, we have Jen JACOBS. She's putting together the Women's Para Retreat as well as her own podcast that she's got coming off of the ground, so to speak, and a bunch of other goodies. So we'll have her talking about that. And from 207 Paranormal right here in Maine, we have another friend of mine, Kim Cates. If you guys remember Kim Cates and Nick Cates, I went to their house a couple weeks ago, and she made us a nice, tasty treat, some food and stuff like that. And we had a good time. It was a lot of fun. There I am. You guys hear me? Let me get shit going. Fucking Wi-Fi went out, like always. You know what I mean? It's not like it's my first show here. What is this? Is this me? Oh, yeah, that's me. You guys can do stars if you think I don't suck. Can you guys hear me? Anybody want to comment? Say hi. Go ahead. That way I know that it's reaching people, because I don't see any comments yet. This says there's 6 viewers. You guys hear me with the words coming out of my mouth? Anybody there? Respond. We're live, by the way. Heather, hi. What's up, girl? Heather Witch and Caminiti from the Witch and Life Guide. Jen Moreau. She runs, I believe, if I remember right, Jen, we're not friends, but I've heard a lot about you. You run the Fort Knox there, which I live by. I live right by Bucksport. Buck's Tomb and stuff. So that's cool. I've been to Fort Knox a lot of times too. So we're going to get right into it. Some of our guests aren't here, but one of them is good old reliable, the last one to come on, Missy Lothrop. Fucking A, what's going on, girl?
Nothing. What's going on, Adam? I feel like I have my fucking shit together.
Well, they're saying now you feel so bad. Because you're like, where's my headset? Where's my headset? I'm like, oh, my fucking power went out. Oh.
I know. Oh, man. But no, thank you. I just want to, first off, thank you. I know it was kind of last minute with me kind of weaseling my way in here, but I'm very honored. Thank you. It's always exciting.
That's cool. We've known each other for a while. We got into it before about the Parsonsville Seminary because we're both very passionate about that. And we've known each other in the scene for a while. So, you know what I mean? There's certain people that we've rolled with that we don't quite see eye to eye. We're not going to get into that. But I think when it comes down to it, we have a mutual respect. And I think that's really, really kick-ass.
110%.
Oh, that's killer. And we're going to bring on Mrs. Jacobs. Let's hope. Jen.
Hi.
Yay!
It's working.
God. Yeah, I had to use my phone.
Oh, that's a bummer. It happens.
My Wi-Fi went out too. I'm up here by Mount Katahdin. It's snowing out, so God forbid the squirrels stop running in the cage and the Wi-Fi stops.
Only in Maine.
I'm testing 2 different Wi-Fis right now. I have one that plugs into my phone line and then an underground one, and both of them are shit. So
listen to you, the gangster stuff, underground phone line, yo. I totally missed everybody's introduction. My phone went out. It was kind of the last thing, but there's someone real quick waiting in the green room. She's near and dear to me. Used to be my teammate, good friend of mine. Kimberly. Soul. Tell Nick. Nick, move your legs. I can see you, Nick.
Nick, move your legs.
Yay, Nick!
Look what Kim made me last week.
I did.
Oh, that's that's beautiful.
Yeah, my diamond dots.
She's slaying it.
So we got Kim from we used to roll in a group. We're not going to mention the group, but I've known her and Nick since before her and Nick were even a fucking item. Nick'em, or Kinnick, I don't know, whatever. But like I said, we got a bunch of Maine girls here. We get not just girls, we have women, and these are strong women in a field that I don't think it's dominated by males anymore. I don't even think it really ever was. Lorraine Warren put an end to that a long time ago. I think that women are stronger and more reliable than just eye candy and just, oh, there's a girl here. Oh, cool. No, I think you all bring something to the table and you need to be heard. And I want to jump right into it with this women's para retreat. Kim told me about that, and I thought, holy shit, I never wanted to have a pair of breasts so much in my life. I want to go. That's so killer. What? Do you want to talk about this, Jen? You're kind of leading the thing on this. What is this all about?
So I came up with this in 2018. The first one was, good Lord, 2019.
No shit.
We were
Good
supposed to have one in 2020, and well, you know how that went with COVID. And pushed it back. So this year, come hell or high water, it's going to happen. What it is, it's all about the women in the field. We have female lead investigators. We have speakers, vendors, workshop hosts. They're all women. Everyone's welcome to come. Everyone's welcome to investigate. I believe what we all decided, we have 2 more team leads as well. We all have a group chat. We all thought it was a good idea. Nicole came up with it to have 2 teams of just women, 2 teams with mixed couples, men and women both.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of women out there who do not want to investigate with men for various reasons. I actually talked to a lady, interviewed her a couple of years ago, and she quit her team because the man she investigated with would accidentally grab her butt during the investigation.
Come on, guys.
And she did not want to stay in a dark room with him. And also, we will be collecting donations, not cash donations, but non-perishable donations for domestic violence survivors. We are not victims, we are survivors.
You can bring them on, Kim. That's right. My mom got her 2 front teeth knocked out from her ex, and I tried to kill him. I couldn't find him. I'd probably be in jail if I found him. There's no excuse for that. And I'm not trying to cut you off, Jen, because I agree with you, because I've been on hunts, and I've seen guys just treat girls' opinions like, oh, yeah, okay, and they laugh. And I'm like, how fucking disrespectful is that? You mean these women are here. It's not like we're teeny bops at a fucking high school dance. Pretty knowledgeable women in this field. And I've seen guys just blow them off. But if they're on my show and they're hot, they all send them friend requests. So, I got 18 friend requests. Of course you did. None of the guys that come on my show get friend requests, though. It's funny. So I think it's about time that's acknowledged that there's a lot of, I don't know, not sexual tension, but just, I like that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying with this. I'm just fucking, I'm on it, man. I'm being raised from a single mom, dating a single mom of 2, you know, having a daughter that died. My own daughter was a miscarriage, was a whatever. I love what you're doing here, Jen. And I wish, like you said, your post earlier, I wish more guys and even girls would get on the bandwagon and want to know about this, you'd think, right?
Well, it's really funny because apparently it's a good idea.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We have a thief. We have a wolf in the hen house, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? I can't hardly hear from my stupid phone. But apparently it's a good idea. Ladies all love it. They just don't promote it. They're so, and this is going to sound like a bitch, but you know what? We're all in this together. Quit being fickle and catty and get your shit together and stand up for your fellow ladies. So, but yeah, I've had copycat. Did he freeze again?
I tell you, can you guys hear me? I'm on my phone because the Wi-Fi went out. I have my phone off my Wi-Fi because my computer's on. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm trying to get my guests back.
Yeah.
All right, you guys hear me?
Yes.
Fucking Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay. There's a spare person. That's me. There we go.
Sorry.
So let's go around the room real quick before we get into all this stuff about. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna.
I'm sorry, we're at a standstill.
I guess I was just going to applaud Jen because of obviously I've done big group investigations, I've run big group investigations, and I feel like that's just one aspect that really hasn't been brought into the forefront of my mind, or just even when I'm planning these things. But just being able to offer a safe place for women to be able to investigate and not have to worry. And so I kind of have to applaud you. I know we have the group chat going, but I'm really excited that you're offering that for women. And it's just not even for women. It's for trans. It's for anybody that would feel uncomfortable in the both male and female type group setting and investigating. So I just applaud you and I thank you.
Well, thank you. And thank you for coming and being a team lead.
Oh, I am so fucking excited, Jen. You have no idea. And I was like, I was supposed to be a part of this last year, but just obviously just things kind of happened and like it didn't work out, which okay, like that's cool. But I am like nothing's stopping me. I'm coming for you.
Last year, and Mitzi can vouch for this one, they weren't promoting it. My speakers, my team leads, they weren't promoting it. And I'm sorry, but if I'm going to pay for a location for you to speak, I am going to pay for your hotel accommodations and give you a table.
Yeah.
Why
it's a lot of fucking work that goes into this.
And it's a lot of fucking money too.
Yeah, and it's usually like people don't maybe think about this, but like when I do my fundraising events and when I've done like 40 and Fest, like a paranormal convention here, that a lot of that money is coming out of my pocket.
Yes.
But I never complain, I never whatever, because I love it. I love what I'm doing, and I know that it's doing good for the community. Like it's doing good for this field. So I get it.
But I mean, if I'm going to give you all these things and you're not promoting the event like you agreed to, then I'm not going to have it.
Yeah,
no, I agree.
I agree.
And just like we've talked lately, if we don't get the tickets sold and we don't get passes sold, we're going to have to cut team leads and we're going to have to start cutting speakers.
Yeah.
You hear that, guys? You got to get it's right on Facebook. Women's Para Retreat. It's also there's a men's retreat going on that week, so don't feel like you gotta stay home. But if you know what, if you want to let Mama go out, you watch the kids, you do the chores, let Mama go with her girlfriends out. I think she's deserved it. And if you want to go together, then guess what? That's that option too.
Yep.
And like you say, gay, trans, as long as we're all there to just partake in what we're partaking in, there's no one there trying to be full of hate and bullshit. Keep that shit somewhere else. That's it.
Just push it aside. Like people have too much time on their hands. People have too much time on their hands. Like that's just what I'm just like. It comes down to. I'm just like, come on, just let it go. Let's have a good time.
Another strong woman, a friend of all of you guys, Tombstone Paranormal.
Love her.
Dawn and Jim Brown. Well, Dawn Brown, Jim's probably working or watching the kids and bouncing him off his knee or some shit. Nick Simone's, right? Or Nick Simons. What's up for checking in? Leave that shit on Twitter. Yes, buddy. That's for sure. So I want to get down to a little bit of fun here. I want to, since Kim won't shut up, let's get Kim involved.
Kim.
Kim, let's. I want to do some fun shit. Let's talk about some personal shit. Kim, I've talked about it before and I've asked you, but we got a lot of listeners, not new people. What got you into this, girl? Don't look crazy. What got you into this shit? What do you want to answer? You grew up in Mass by the Hoosick Tunnel, so you've always been into discovery and weird shit. But what really got you into this, digging deep into 207 Paranormal, and just like right now, you and Nick are doing some other. You and Nick are doing a bunch.
We get to go to the Conjuring House Friday.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I love the Conjuring House.
Super
Harrisville, Rhode Island.
Yep.
I'm too broke to go.
Hey, Jen, let's go and break in the back door. I got a crowbar. Let's do it.
Hey, got to pay for that retreat. So, I'm kind of broke.
Yeah. Maybe someone will hook you up and buy you something for once. Wouldn't that be nice?
Not holding my breath.
So Kim, what got you started to this, girl?
I just always been curious of the unknown. My favorite aspect of the whole thing is the history. Like Nick, I love the history of a location, of the investigation.
That Penny Bridge you took us to in Waterville, that Nick's grandmother used to run or whatever. It's like an old
the Penny Bridge.
Oh my fucking God, like 1892 Penny Bridge, and there's a little.
Yes,
that's neat, man, and no one knows about that. There's so much shit. You guys know, Missy, Jen, there's so much between cryptids, aliens, monsters, ghosts, and just history, Indian history included. In Maine, you could never leave Maine and write 5 million books, documentaries, and there's so much in Maine. Am I right? Mermaids, ghost ship. I mean.
Right. Yes, Maine is a crazy ass state.
Can't say that about Indiana. We have corn and Amish.
You were born
we
in
gotta get you to Maine, Jen.
Yes.
We have corn and Amish. That's all we have.
I got pulled over for cocaine. Me and Sanders on the way back from Iowa. He had fucking underarm deodorant on his belt, and the guy thought it was cocaine. He made us get out and searched us in
Oh
Indiana
my
State
God.
Trooper. I'll never forget that. Oh yeah,
Oh,
on
my
the way to Gettysburg, Missy. On the way from Iowa to Gettysburg, your whole Devil's Den. What? Little Round Top.
Don't get me started.
I love
It's
it.
still, I don't want to take from Kim's. This is Kim's moment.
No, go for it. I can't wait.
Oh my God, I can't fucking wait. I know. Me and Kim are like already planning like out our road trip, like on the way down to the women's retreat. Excuse me. Like where we're gonna stop, where we're gonna
Yes.
go. Like
Yes.
So much
Road
fun.
trip's half the fun. It's
I
half the
know.
fun. Yes.
I know exactly. I'm just trying to figure out a way. Like I'm just like, okay, so Moundsville's right here, Point Pleasant's right here, and I'm just like, that's fucking doable. That's doable.
Oh, Flatwoods
It's just gonna be
Monster,
like,
Mothman.
Oh my God, I know, like that's like so like Moundsville. It's like over here, and I'm just like, and like even like Shawnee's, like
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank. Shawnee,
Lake Shawnee.
Lake
Yeah.
Shawnee.
Yes.
I'm just like that's like over here too, and I'm just like,
No,
we do
no.
that? What's another fucking 4 hours? Like
So
Kim doesn't
I got
know
a
what she
weird-
signed herself up for.
I have a weird story about Lake Shawnee. So my mom's from West Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
and her sister lives in Princeton. Lake Shawnee's in Princeton.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go down there
Oh.
every summer
Hey, Rachel.
from like 4th grade to my senior year. You know, not once did my cousin ever try to scare me and take me over there. I'm so
Oh.
disappointed in him.
You would have wanted to been scared. Like, are you
Oh,
kidding me?
he would like bring those giant ass crickets in and throw them at me. But you can't take me somewhere like that because you're scared.
Because
That's
probably
why.
he knew that you wouldn't have been scared.
Yeah.
No,
That's
he
right.
would have been scared. That's the thing.
He would have already smacked him. Hey, Kim, this dude here says, Nick Simmons says he went to the Conjuring house, and if you find the Oreos he hid in the basement, he'll give you $20.
I will look too.
If you eat them, I'll give you 50.
Nice.
Oh man. Like,
Hello from Australian Paranormal Society, all the way in Australia, 280 something thousand followers. Amanda APS and
Guys, I'll be right back. Sorry.
there's always one. There we go. Oh, we got a shrunken head next to you. That's cool, Jen. That by the way, was Danny Perez who checks in from the Radicals. Danny was just on an episode of Repossessed, the new hit show. I haven't even seen it yet. I don't have Hulu, but him and his wife, they roll around in a big casket, a big hearse, and they collect haunted items. You guys know, Danny Perez, the Radicals out of Connecticut?
I have watched I recently started watching the Repossessed show on Hulu. But I don't think I've gone to that. Oh my goodness.
Travis is being smart.
Travis.
Travis Hartford and his brother Toby, they run the para convention there in Vassalboro.
Yep.
The Parafest in Vassalboro. I actually got invited to the year that I did the one in Portland, the shit show one with Dickhead. I did that one instead, and I'd rather go to your guys' one instead, but
We would love to have you, Adam.
that'd be cool. I love that old mill. I used to do FedEx out there in Vassalboro. I used to deliver to the mill. They say that underneath that there's tunnels and it's haunted and shit, I guess. So that's pretty killer. Thank you for checking in, Travis. So let's say you, Jen, what got you started to all this oogity boogity stuff? You didn't grow up like this, did you? Did you?
I did.
Yeah?
When I was like 4 years old, I went in my mom's bedroom and there was like this little elemental looking tree thing looking in the window at me smiling.
Whoa.
My grandparents' house upstairs, there was something there. My aunt can back me up on that one. I've always known when stuff has been around. My grandma on my sperm donor side, she used to speak with spirit. She's part Indian.
Ooh.
And she would communicate with spirits. When my uncle was in a really bad accident, somebody ran him off into the side of a mountain in Kentucky. She was standing in his house and this black mass came over her and she passed out.
Oh.
No shit.
One summer, let me think. It was 2003. She was sitting on her porch and a cloaked figure walked up to her and said, there'll be 3 deaths in the family within the next year. Her sister died. My cousin died or killed himself.
Oh, yeah. Suicide.
And well, we think his wife did it.
Oh.
There's theories. Yeah, wasn't ever proven. And then my aunt passed away.
Wow. Things come in threes.
So,
He mentioned 3 and it happened.
and
Wow.
you know, I get it from both sides. My mom's little sister, you could hear voices in her house. She sees things, she hears things. So I've got it coming from both sides.
Wow. That's,
So.
yeah. Wow. Holy shit. That gave me goosebumps. You can't see it on my sweater, but yeah, that gave me, that's pretty fucking wild. That's a unique answer. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's pretty deep, Jen. About you, Missy? Would you grow up in Gettysburg or what? What got you into this shit, girl?
Oh man, so I don't know. Like, so I have always been fascinated. Like, I honestly think like it goes back to like watching like sightings and unsolved mysteries as a kid,
Oh,
and just being like fascinated with that. And then obviously, ghost hunters came onto television. But like as a kid, like I remember like checking out like all like the ghost books and the paranormal alien cryptid books like out of the library as a kid, and just being so fascinated with it. And also like as a kid, like I had family that lived very close to Gettysburg, and once
that's a
I
connection.
got there, like my first time going to Gettysburg, I was about 6, 7, 8 years old, and I just fucking fell in love with it. And I remember the first time that I went and I got a tape because we didn't have, it wasn't CDs. It was a tape that you would play in the car, and it was Ghost of Gettysburg by Mark Nesbitt, and it kind of just kind of spun off from there. And being so curious and being so interested in this, my parents kind of grew to have an interest in it as well. They would plan family vacations around going back to Gettysburg and investigating.
It's your family's Disney World, yo.
That's it pretty much was. I've never been to fucking Disney World. Just bring me to Gettysburg, or bring me to a haunted location. Like, I'm good. That's my Disney World. So it's just, absolutely. It's always been my normal. And going, obviously having kids. I have 3 kids and struggling with postpartum. It kind of brought me back. It got me out of my funk in struggling with that. It kind of helped me rediscover myself. So it's just, it's kind of always been my normal. That's what I just tell people.
Yeah, it's almost therapeutic to you. Like, I'm the same way.
110%.
When I want to calm down, I either listen to a super heavy metal song or I put on a really big, good slasher movie. Yeah. So, that's my relaxing, instead of watching fucking
I totally get that.
That's cool. Saying hi. Oh, by the way, John Bernier he's a big fan of the show. He says Disney's overrated.
110%. I would never go to Disney.
He did say to Jen, thank you for sharing with us, Jen. John's struggling with his wife right now. He's got cancer, and he's been fighting with that in Seattle, Washington with his wife. They're from Boston, but him and his wife, Linda, are very avid listeners, very good believers in faith. And if they like you, they'll fucking like all your posts. They will share your shit. So they're a good
people. So sorry about your wife.
No, it's him. He's got it. He's got the.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But his wife and him, I mean, they're from Boston. They live up in Seattle, and they're avid listeners. So thank you, John. He's fighting it. He's a good fucking dude. And he will seriously like all your shit. He will be your number 1 fan if you're cool with him, which I think these girls need. I think people need like that, not just because you're girls, obviously, but just your souls. I don't even want to talk about the sexual part of it. You're all fucking brilliant in your own way. Kim, not only could she beat fucking Chef Gordon Ramsay in a cookout, but she is probably the sweetest person. You know what I mean? And
thank you.
Yeah, and you all bring shit. You're still, just like me, suffering my mom's loss. You're suffering your dad's loss, but yet you love your grandkids. You find your thing, and in all this, we all have. Jen just got done working her ass off all day, going broke, putting on this stuff. Why do you do it, Jen? For what? Because you love it. You're not gonna be you're not gonna be the next Zach Bagans or Zacharina Bagans or whatever. You know what I mean?
That's it. I'm going to just change my name to Zacharina, not Para-Karen anymore.
I don't know. I was going to say, I kind of like the paranormal Karen.
The Para-Karen.
Real quick, Alexis Aaron sent me a candle, and I'm burning it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
So shout out to her.
I need one for every room.
Candles
And work.
by Alexis. She also sent me this too, a cupcake candle. If you guys get a chance, she's right in Maine. She lives right in Poland area. She does her own incense and candles. A single mom of 3. Her brother passed away, and she makes candles and incense and sells them at reasonable prices, $5-10 for a candle. She's right in Maine. Check out Candles by Alexis, another girl on the field. Not really in the field, but she's making. I think candles go with this field. I had her as a guest, and I had Rachel King on, and she made Witch Orgy. We came up with that show because she was on here with some other people. I call them all witches. So that's another candle maker from Connecticut doing a bunch of shows. There's Alexis, woohoo, she says. You know we fucking love you, girl. Heather just ordered some more incense. My whole point of this is being a dude. I can be the first to admit chicks are strong between birth and periods every month, and it just and then the bullshit, catcalling, and guys. Oh, you're here with your husband. You can't buy a car without a guy because they'll rip you off. Girls have it rough in this world. I don't think people realize that, and it's not a cop out. But to do what you're doing, this event thing, I want to get back on that, Jen, because this is fucking huge. Right? This is reaching a lot of people, and people should be excited about this. I'm excited. I'm not even going.
You should come.
You should.
I might just go. I'm going to bring Heather, let her go, and I'll sit in the parking lot.
I know. Do you want to come? Just hop in the car with us?
Right.
That sounds.
You can come. You can even investigate. You just can't speak or have a table.
Oh, I like that.
But you can do the men's event.
Oh, that's good. I fucking what? Everyone gonna do pole vault or something? I don't give a shit. I'll do it all. So where can people? I want to jump we'll get back into more fun stuff, and I want to go around the room for a second. But real quick, where can people get tickets to this, Jen? Where can people find this? I want to plug this a couple times.
At womenspararetreat.com. Just that easy.
Simple pimple, guys. You guys are all subscribed to every other fucking piece of shit under the sun. Go to some real people. Also, Missy, Paranormal 5, where can people find you? I know you don't do your podcast anymore, at least not for now. It's on hiatus, but you must be on Facebook, YouTube.
Yep, we're on Facebook, Paranormal 5. That's where I post all of our events, classes that are upcoming. It's all right there. It's definitely been kind of put on the back burner just because of just like outside things. Like life is just kind of crazy right now. But Paranormal 5, like even if I'm not posting stuff that we're personally doing, I'm constantly sharing other groups here in Maine or within like not a crazy distance from us. So I'm constantly sharing stuff there. So Paranormal 5 on Facebook.
But you do classes, correct? Do you teach paranormal classes in Sanford or something, right?
Yep. So I teach classes at local adult eds, and I also just this past weekend because when I started Paranormal 5, I wanted it to be about geared towards kids. Like I kind of wanted to bring that aspect into it because as a child, being so interested in this field. And also as a mom having 3 kids, I just wanted to have that access because if you talk to any type of investigator or any investigator, when did your interest peak or start? It happened when you were a kid. So what better way to learn than from investigators instead of a friggin' television show how to do this? And
fuck Hollywood, you want the real shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it put the tools in the kids' hands. So that's what I actually did this weekend. I ran my first paranormal class that was geared towards kids, and we did an investigation after. And it was amazing. Cool. Like it was so cool to be able to see kids because some of the best experiences that I've had paranormal investigating has been with my kids. We've seen a full body apparition. We've had just crazy activity, and it's been always with my kids. And I don't know if it's because of kids kind of bringing that aspect and like the innocence, you know.
I was just gonna say the innocence kind of attracts.
The innocence, and also just kind of like being so new to this world, like maybe that having some type of connection, and of just like, you know, who's not happy around a bunch of kids? Like, obviously, I know kids can be crazy and wild, but like, it brings you joy. Like,
only the old snooties don't like that. The rest are going, oh, the kids are so loud. I go, shut the fuck up. Woo!
They're having a good time. But
they have bright lights too.
You're right, Jen.
They have very bright lights.
Yeah, they definitely do shine a little bit brighter. Yeah. So. Yeah.
That one kid you got's pretty cool. The one with the big beard. He seems to like you a lot. That one kid you got with the big beard.
Oh. Mine?
He's your fourth, right? Is he
Yeah,
there? Have him
he's
put
the
his head
fourth.
in. Have him put his head in.
Nope,
No?
he's not here. Nope. He's
Okay.
actually with the kids up
Good
at
man.
trampoline park with the kids. So
Oh, dope. Smart man. That sounds fun.
I know.
So let's talk about that real quick with you, Jen. And I want to go to Kim after that. What does your family stand with all this? Do they back you? Do they join you? Do they think you're weird? My family thinks I'm satanic because I'm into graveyards and shit. And I drink beer like this.
Well,
Looks like a good beer.
well, where do I start? Let's just say I was raised Southern Baptist, the jump up and testify and speak tongues in the middle of the church.
Yep.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
My cousin on my dad's side and his wife and their youngest son are all pagan.
Wow. What's the fucking twist?
Oh, yeah. I'm agnostic. So we're all for the black sheep of that side.
The Black Phillips.
And then my mom's side, my aunt sees stuff. My mom says it doesn't exist, but she calls me in the middle of the night and says, there was something that looks like a raccoon peeking over the arm of my chair at me. What in the world is that? I said, nothing, Mom. You don't believe in anything like this. She goes, no, I want to know what it is.
Oh, they believe it when they see it. It's different when they actually see it.
Well, if you see it again, take a picture and send it to me. But she doesn't believe in it. And she saw a man walk up to her door one day and nobody, like she saw him like walk up the walk, but nobody came to her door. But she doesn't believe. My aunt, that's her sister. Years ago, she was at work and she smelled flowers, like funeral flowers. And at the same time, she smelled those, her friend miscarried.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So
That's
I'm always like, come on, let's go with me. And she's like, no, I see enough and hear enough stuff at home. I am not going anywhere near that. And her husband is from Mansfield, where Ohio State Reformatory is.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I can't even get her to go on a tour. She's like, no, I'm good just looking at the building and driving by.
I mean, it is pretty cool to look at, but if I can go in, I'm going the fuck in. Wow. See, the ghosts don't care. Monsters don't care if you don't believe. They're fucking there. Okay. Prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
like you said earlier, do you believe in cryptids? That sounds like a cryptid, that first story about the little thing staring at you, hair through the window.
I think it was an elemental.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know your shit.
Yep.
I think you say elf. I'm like, oh, the red Nain Rouge. So what about you, Kim? Do you go out with your grandkids and your kids? I know you go. Oh, speaking of, look at this. We got a stalker, everyone. He says he loves us all. Watch out.
Oh, Nick.
What's up, Agent Cates, man? Love you, brother. Appreciate. Oh, look what I got. Nick gave me this when I went over. I got to start reading it.
Oh.
Desperation.
We just miss Nick and Kim.
Good people. Good people in the field. If they don't, if someone says otherwise, I'll punch your fucking teeth out.
Me too.
Heather did share the link for the women's para retreat. She's all pumped about that. She says, you're amazing, Jen. I think she says it to all of you. Heather's a big fan of all of you. She loves Kim.
Heather is amazing.
I gotta start cooking what Kim cooks. Look at the post. Oh,
right.
Heather cooks great though. Heather does cook fucking phenomenal. She loves Missy, and Jen, you're a new friend, but she'll learn to love you, or else. Just kidding.
He said or else.
You know, that's how he threw that. Just kidding in.
I'm against 3 women. You think I'm gonna fucking joke against women? I'm in the wrong crowd. Know your crowd, man. George Carlin taught you that. All right, so let's do some fun stuff. Let's do some. Well, Kim, you never really answered me. What about your family? Do your kids go out with you? Your grandkids and shit?
Not so much the grandkids. They're still kind of young, but they always do have a lot of questions.
They love Stephen King though. They come over you. They watch you Pennywise. You're like, here's my friend Adam. He's been to the storm drain.
Yes.
Yeah, I love my King. Yep. You know that.
My youngest grandson gets kind of confused. He said to my daughter once that he was afraid for grandma to try to find ghosts because he thought it meant I was going to have to die to find them.
Oh.
Yeah. So
he doesn't understand.
Yeah, he doesn't understand quite yet. And the older kids, they understand more. I enjoy at 10 years old, I enjoy explaining to them that it's nothing they have to be afraid of, that they can always ask grandma questions, that there's always, you know, an explanation or a reason. It doesn't mean it's anything to be afraid of. You know, that's the biggest thing for me, is I don't want them to be afraid of the unknown, afraid of I want them to explore their feelings. I want them to explore things they don't understand instead of being afraid of them.
See, not to be sexist, but that's something that men wouldn't do. He'd be like, oh yeah, ghosts are dead, and they come at you, it's fucking woo. And then, you know, you got to educate. Girls are a little bit more softer with things. Women are a little bit more, they can handle things better. I know that sounds sexist against guys. I'm not a man hater, guys, even though I'm totally don't like men. But I see that, and I honestly, that's why me and Heather go alone. I can't be on teams because there's such cocky attitudes, such arrogance opinions with a lot of guys, and they just are kind of harsh. And it's like, dude, like, chicks know where it's at. Girls, you girls know where it's at. Look at Missy. You're running a class on the fucking thing in a you know what I mean? Adult ed. You did something to an event in Biddeford at the old school. We saw
that's actually where I did my event last weekend. But kind of going, yeah. So kind of going back, like, I just feel like, and I'm not, again, like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, women are so like whatever, even though I'd like to say that, but I just feel like women just kind of almost just like with kids, like we kind of bring this kind of comfort, like, you know, like we're very calm and compassionate. And I'm not saying that men aren't, but I just feel like a woman sometimes can just be more approachable when it comes to a spirit like that's possibly been through trauma and confusion, or even if it's a child's spirit, like, you know, who would you go to? Like, comparing like Richie to me, I would come to me. He's terrifying.
Well, I think that's part of it too. And I think just the whole, like the Zach Baggins guys, what, are you scared of me? Like, no girl's going to go, are you scared of me? They're going to go, I'm sorry this happened to you. Like, it's just that mama feeling, I think.
It's that nurturing. Like, even if women aren't being like if they're not moms, like we kind of just naturally have that. Just
I agree.
That happened to me at the Irish Heritage Center with the
Love that place.
Yes.
Love that place.
Yes. And it happened to me there, and it was the little girl's spirit that they say is there. She was actually, I don't remember how old, Nick would remember, but he found the history of it, and she was murdered by a teenage boy in the neighborhood.
9.
Yeah. And he
back alleyway killed.
He beat her to death with the agitator from inside a washer. Mm-hmm. And I remember we were in the front bridal room, and I had this overwhelming mom sense. Like, I was so protective of her. And they tell you not to provoke, and I'm not one who likes to, but I did. And I'm like, you know, telling this male spirit, you murdered this little girl. You took her out of this world. Who the hell do you think you are keeping her here? And I swear to God to you, every piece of equipment in the room went off.
Wow. That place is crazy.
It is. It really is.
I forget her name. Like, I want to say it starts with an S or an A.
Do you remember her name?
I know Nick's back there.
Yeah, she's got her dress on display down there. Her dress is on display.
What?
Hey, real quick, ladies. John, my homie John's got a question for all of you. Do you think maternal instinct has anything to do with it? I guess you pretty much answered it. What he's saying, but I guess that's kind of mama bear mentality, right?
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know, sometimes too, I think with guys, it's like, let's go check it out. When I'm with Heather, she's like, hold on, go slow, look around you. Because normally I'm just like fucking a Lemmy right off the cliff. Da-da-da. You know, whoa, bright light, mommy. And then there's fucking Heather, like, slow your roll, check your surroundings. So I think smarts comes into that too. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Her name was Peggy.
Peggy. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And she loves Chris Brown, psychic medium, who's absolutely one of the most amazing psychic mediums that I've ever met in my entire life, who literally makes me cry every time he does a reading for other people, not even for me. Like,
I got to hook up back up with Chris. I had a lot falling out with him a long time ago at Parsonfield Seminary, and we used to sing in a band, and then he started singing in the band that I used to sing in, and I kind of blocked him out of my life. But Chris has really never done anything super bad to me, so I might let him back in my life. He's a pretty good dude. I've known him for a long time.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
We sang together on stage.
Actually gonna marry
I would love to see you guys up there performing. First
That'd
off,
be, it was pretty
rewind.
wild. Yeah, he was in Stillborn, and I was in Color in the Herd. We just Nick, what's up, sexy?
That's her picture, the little
Yep,
girl.
that's Peggy. Yep.
Yeah.
Nick, come say hi, Nick. Come on.
I know. I want to see your pretty face, Nick.
Take your face in there.
What is this? Porno from the waist down here? There he is.
Hey,
What's
Missy,
up?
you see the shirt he's got on?
No, I can't see.
Ghost. Wait,
Oh, Ghost of Gettysburg. I didn't mean to be so loud in my microphone. I'm sorry.
No, that's reason to shout. Ghost of Gettysburg. It's like Salem to me. Gettysburg and Salem and New Orleans probably the top three, I think. I've never been to New Orleans yet, though. But so that brings me to my next question. We're going to jump around the room a little bit because my ADD's on fire and I'm getting a buzz. Missy, I'll start with you. What's one of your bucket lists for America and for other America?
Okay, so for other America, I am terrified of flying, so I like my feet on the ground, and if I can drive, so that's where I'm at. I would like, I hate saying like Waverly Hills because that's everybody's like, oh my god, but like that is probably up there.
Waverly?
But,
Waverly,
but I would also love to go to Myrtle's plantation, like, or even the Whaley house. Like, I remember hearing about like the Whaley house back when I was like just a little friggin' kid and just being so mind blown about this, like hearing like there's animal spirits. Like, that's when I first learned about that. And I'm just like, they've got a ghost cat, they've got a ghost dog. Like, that is so friggin' cool. And just like, I didn't know that could happen. So like, I kind of like, obviously Waverly, heck yes, but also like Myrtle's plantation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would be like, because I'm like so into like, I feel like my heart is just meant to be in the South, like just
Louisiana,
like,
right? Or Arkansas?
Yeah, no, that's Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the Whaley House, man, they used to lynch people there, and it was a post office. They say it's the most haunted house in America. But you got a little bit of it all. Then you got your West Coast, you got kind of your Midwest, and I guess East Coast. You've done it all, really.
Yeah. Well, and then let's just like, let's just throw in Tombstone too. Like, let's just throw in that too. So like, I couldn't
Arizona.
pin down one place. Like, I know. Oh my god, I could. One day.
I like that. Jen, what say you? You've been around a little bit, but what's some of your bucket list? Is it like Alcatraz? I mean, Queen Mary? What are you talking like?
Well, since I've been around, you know.
Jen.
You know, I am the para Karen.
Get it.
I want to speak to your manager, motherfucker.
Excuse me, but I want to speak to your team founder.
Oh, that would be Heather. Good luck with that. Jen Amato, I had her as a guest last week. She's an author. She's holistic. She's a holistic healer. Jen, she got the war paint on there. I love that. Thank you for checking in. Author, holistic healer. Great. Heather says, Nick, can we see we can see your crotch, but not your face. See, that's a girl I put up with. That's my Heather. That's my witching. So anyway, Jen, Witching Life Guide. Check her out. She's another strong woman in life. So Jen, don't dance around it. What do you got for me? Give me a couple in America and maybe one out of the country. Are you afraid to fly like Missy?
Oh no.
Bermuda Triangle?
I was flying at 2 weeks old. So
shit.
Yeah,
wow.
I was born like right outside of Atlanta.
Hold on a minute. Gotta say hi to Nomar. Love you, Nomar.
Oh, Nomar!
I love Nomar.
Sorry, that was probably really loud.
Missy
I just get so excited.
You got a screamer.
I am. I'll openly admit that.
Okay, so Jen, everybody's cutting Jen off. Go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, you're right. Alcatraz, and then what is the place? Oh shit!
I've never been. Oh shit! Is it warm now?
It's up in like North Dakota, Minnesota, Nam. It was an old asylum. Shit.
Really? South
No,
Dakota?
is it
no Pimming? No Pimming. Not Pimming? Damn it. Now I have to look. Let me see.
Look at this. We got International Cryptozoology Museum. Jean. The cat chaser, Jean. What's up, Jean? Lover of Cain. We got all the strong women in the field checking in tonight and some strong dudes, too. Psychic medium Allie Bennett. I had her on a couple weeks ago. She just did her book. Get that mailed to me and signed.
I'm Googling Destination Fear.
Oh, yes. Cody, right?
It was like Pimming. I think that's how you say it. And then I'll go back to Ohio State Reformatory anytime.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm not saying that
I
one
get
is, I love the no-name ones. I haven't heard of that one in South Dakota, though. Montana, you said?
It's, let's see. I'm on season 4.
I don't know a lot of shit up there, so that's
I think it's no pimming. And then it's wherever they went season 1. Ohio State Reformatory anytime. I have a funny story for Missy about Waverly Hills. And we still giggle about it 4 years later. But I'm trying to think. I'd like to go to Trans-Allegheny.
Ooh, I don't hear that much. I've heard it, but I don't hear that much as Larry Easler III from Expedition Entity checking in. He goes, check in with Braunbird Manor in Wisconsin. That's what I'm saying, dude. Literally, if you look into your town, like the other day, I went into fucking this Bradford, Maine. Bradford, Maine is the home of spruce gum. It was the first gum ever. Bubble gum was invented. Ever. Spruce gum made out of tree sap. I go to the only store in town. I go, get any spruce gum? They go, nope. I go, fucking home of spruce gum. You ain't got any here? But I went there. Bradford, Maine is right next to fucking Bangor. First ever commercially trade chewing gum, 1754. Brothers out of that town. Little shit like that's kind of neat to learn. I think that's everywhere. So give me one for overseas, Jen. Give me one for like Scotland, something like that. Ireland. Everybody always says castles.
Oh, no. No, I'm a creepy girl.
What do you got for me?
Where are we going?
Chernobyl.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My goodness. Good one.
And then
I'm ready. Let's go.
My friend, oh God.
Let's go.
My friend Maria, she owns Mysterious Adventures Tours. She's taking a group to Italy, and guess where they get to go?
Not Devil's Island, that island.
Poveglia.
Oh my God.
She has permission to go on it.
Wow.
And
That's
I'm
really
like,
cool.
son of a bitch. I only have a week's vacation this year. Next year. Wait till next year. I have 2.
And you're broke because of the women's con. I think the women's con needs to give you a gift to go to that fucking murder island. Dude, that island's got so many deaths from tuberculosis, plus vampires are buried there. Oh, isn't that the girl that did Transylvania last year with James Anito? They went to Dracula's castle, right? Is that the same team?
Yeah.
He's gone now. I had him as a guest and he disappeared.
He was like what the hell's he called? A demonologist or something.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's No Pimming Sanatorium in Minnesota. NOPEMING Sanatorium.
No shit. All right. I'll have to check that out. That's recorded. I'll have to check that out, Jen. Yep. I'm not going to lie. I'm into a lot of shit, but I don't know that one. So that's neat. I'll have to, I'm intrigued now. For them to go there, it's going to be something. I like the lesser known shit myself. I love going to a place and there's no line. There's no $180 fee. No one's standing there with pizza and gummy bears. You just go in and check it out. That's my shit.
Yeah, but you get hungry, so you need the pizza and gummy bears.
Oh, yeah, I'm not knocking it either. I'm making fun of everybody that does that shit. But for the most part, you know what I mean. I love pizza. Trust me, I'm a fat kid. So, Kim, speaking of fat kids, because you love to cook, what about you love to feed the fat kids? What's your bucket list, girl? You're going back to Gettysburg with Missy, but you went last year with Nick, or 2 years ago, if I remember right.
2 years, 2 years. We missed last year, but
so give me a couple bucket list, girl. Give me one for America and one for the world.
Well, I know the world. There's something about that Doll Island.
Mexico.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted. There's something about it. I've always wanted to check that out.
You're some sick girls. Some sick women.
They can handle it.
No Bahamas here. No Jamaica here. Nope. It's fucking murder castles and fucking islands and
nuclear waste.
The more dark history, the better.
The fucking chicks in this field are hardcore. I love it. Sorry, Kim. Go ahead. Too many spiders, Nomar says. So, Island of the Dolls, Kim. That's fucking creepy. Wow. Yeah. That's the first I've heard of that ever for a bucket list.
Yep. And in America, I'm super excited about our retreat and the penitentiary. Very excited about that.
Which one's that? Eastern State or
West
what?
Virginia?
Oh shit, that's where they shot Shawshank, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's Ohio State
that's Ohio.
Reformatory.
Oh, that's Ohio
No.
State. What was West Virginia? West Virginia's where they shot Castle Rock, the other Stephen King show, the series. From I think when he's in the penitentiary, they're in Orange, Massachusetts, but the penitentiary is Western Virginia. I got to give a shout out real quick. I went to a weed place in Kendusty Extreme. That's if you guys know, that's the Barons from the Losers Club when they go, the girl Beverly goes swimming and stuff, and it. So Kendusty's got a weed place. I went in today. They watched my show, and they gave me 4 fucking Keef covered joints for free just to mention them. So, Canna Labs, thank you for your Keef covered cones. Strawberry. That is a nice fucking joint. I know you guys don't really smoke. I know some do edibles. I'm not going to name people out. But yeah, I got my med card. So shout out to you guys, man. $40 worth of joints just for fucking mentioning you. You'll be brought up on the show too. Appreciate Danny from everybody and all that good stuff. Let's go around the room. Missy, what's one of your favorite? Give me a couple of your favorite movies.
My favorite movies. So
yeah,
I
turn on for the shits and giggles. Give me like a one new one and one classic nostalgia that you just gotta watch.
Okay, so a classic nostalgia. I am a Michael Myers girl. I love the original Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis. She's my girl. And
Can I stop you for 1 second?
Yeah.
Do you see who my guest is Tuesday?
I did see Judith
Sandy
Myers.
Johnson.
Yeah.
She, if you look in the beginning of the very first Halloween, John Carpenter's 78, when he goes in the room as a kid with the clown mask, he looks through the eyes and the boyfriend leaves because he just had sex with her. Mm-hmm. And he goes up, she has her boobs, and she goes, Michael, what are you doing? And he stabs her. That's her. She was 1974 Playmate, July Playmate of Playboy. She's my fucking guest Tuesday at 3:00 here live.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up, but you said
Halloween. Super exciting.
No, I would fucking flaunt that shit. I love it. I love it.
Be like, these are my boobs. This is where you stabbed me.
I totally want the 74 Playboy. So I'm like, that's cool. She's been liking my shit. She's all pumped. She's sharing it. A bunch of people are like, oh, you're beautiful. She's like 74, but God bless her.
That's
She's
awesome.
going around signing. So yeah, I'm sorry. You said Halloween. I got all giddy.
Totally flaunt that. That's really cool.
So
I would be geeking out too.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can tune in. It's weird. It's 4:00 Tuesday. It's what she wanted. I literally I'll do it at midnight if she wants.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
So the Halloween movies. What do you think of Halloween 3: Season of the Witch without Michael?
It's a classic. Like you know, it's definitely it's a cult classic. Like you know, it's definitely. It is what it's not like my favorite, but like I enjoy it. I appreciate it. You know.
You cry when he died?
No,
I almost did. I don't know the wood chipper. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna end sometime. I'm like, no, he's gonna come back and hit us like from a wood chipper. I go, no, maybe you're right. Fuck.
Damn it.
So what's one of your newer ones? I'm sure you're in all the Hocus Pocus and all that good shit.
Oh yeah, like I love all of that stuff. Yeah. And it's so hard like with new day like horror. Like I have a hard time because I am such like a sucker for like you throw me like an original horror movie, like I'm good. Like but when it comes to like newer, like I don't like the whole like human brutality, but I don't know. New day, I don't know. Lord. Like I don't know. That you stumped me. You stumped me.
Okay, well, that's a first. That's a first. Paranormal 5 got stumped, yo.
Congrats.
Yeah, the mail get it. You better fucking come back with this one. Well, what about one of your Stephen King? What's your favorite Stephen King movie remake? Like,
remake? Oh,
yeah, because this dude's saying "Don't say it," and I'm telling him fuck off because It Chapter 2, bro, had the Paul Bunyan statue, the world's tallest Paul Bunyan that's in downtown.
That was fun, but if you ask me like what my favorite Stephen King movie would be, it would be Salem's Lot. I fucking love Salem's Lot.
The new one's coming soon.
I know, and I am excited for that. And I did appreciate the new Pet Cemetery. Like I enjoyed it. Like
girl getting killed threw me for a loop. Huh, Kim? Jen, did you see the new one? When the chick died, the daughter, I go, wow, plot twist.
Yep.
You
and
like
I
that?
like I love like I'm a sucker for originals. Like I'm just like, why ruin it?
Why ruin it? I agree.
And I love the original It. Like I will devote 3 hours of my day to watch it.
To watch it, yeah.
That's fucking. I'm the mouth of madness. Anybody know this guy, John? Anybody? Just curious.
Yes, he's a big poster in Maine Paranormal Society,
awesome.
Our open group and stuff like that. James, he's kind of like a new guy coming. Yep.
Just want to make sure. I mean, you never know. We go once in a while, we get people on here just check it out. So I want to make sure he was cool, everybody.
No, he's
Jen, cool, good. If you get Missy's approval, you're cool with me. Jen, we got about 10 minutes left. We can go a little bit over. I'm allowed as much time as I want, so we can go a little bit over if you want. John says Tim Curry. Yeah, God bless him. He's in a wheelchair now. I'd love to meet the original.
Yeah.
I know. It's hard to see that. Yeah.
I love Skarsgård, but Jen, what about you? Give me one of your all-time faves and give me something that's kind of new, maybe a show even, series or something.
My favorite old-time scary movie is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original.
Yes.
The original. I don't like the new ones. They're
No.
The old one was more psychological than anything.
When he slams the door shut and your imagination goes, wow, what's he doing? You're right, Jen.
Yeah. And when he like cuts his hand and rubs the blood on the van, it's like he put juju on it and marked them. I was like, oh yeah. And this new shit of yeah, that shit's just not working.
No,
it's a classic. It is a classic. I appreciate that one too.
Wow, you guys are dropping some good shit, man. You got a hard list to follow here, Kim. Hold on, Jen. Give me a modern one. Give me something modern.
Oh hell, I don't know.
The new Wednesday series.
I know it's hard.
It's hard for the modern.
I don't watch a whole lot. I'm so damn busy. I watch Destination Fear and and serial killer documentaries and the jail documentaries. And,
you guys are fucked.
Discovery.
That's what happens when you go to school for criminal justice. So, but I don't know. The last movie I went and saw was the new Top Gun Maverick.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I heard that was good.
It is good. I was pleasantly surprised, but that's like the newest movie I've seen. I'm always so busy. I don't really have time to sit down unless I make time and I have certain things I watch.
That's the problem with movies because they're at least an hour and a half long. And that's dedication time to, how the kids, how the dogs, how the cats, how the people, how's the guy, how's the wife. Do I got to move my car? Yeah. It's hard to dedicate 2 hours without falling asleep. Kim, what say you? You're all over the place. You gave me your little HBO fucking pass, and I've been watching The Joker, and I love that movie. I love The Joker. What a great movie. What about you? You guys are all over the place. You and Nick. You guys will watch anything from scary to funny to lovey. So
I honestly, first thing in the morning, I put Discovery on. I watch all the murder mysteries and
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. I could hide a body and get away with it for sure.
Watch out, Nick.
Hey, one of my best friends is an attorney, so.
Oh my God, women in power.
You got to do it in Indiana, though, apparently.
Nice one.
And she used to live on a farm and said, just remember, pigs eat everything.
This corn sure is tender, juicy corn you get there. Oh, the fertilizer is great.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't really, unless it's something new we check out. The modern one. Wow, that's really. That one's totally got stumped. My favorite movie of all time isn't a horror flick though. Remember the Titans.
Oh,
it's that movie makes me cry no matter how many times a day I watch it. I love it.
They go to Gettysburg.
Yes, they do. Yes. They do.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a magical town. Cool. We got a little bit of time left. We're gonna go. Might as well get any more questions, guys, before we call it a night. We can go a little bit longer if you girls don't mind. Like I said, I'm allowed a limited time for the most part. My knock on wood, everything's been pretty good. I'm trying to think if I missed any questions. Heather said someone's got big balls. Heather's thinking about doing a podcast, The Witch and Life Guide, and she wants some empowering women. I think you guys would all like to be a guest on hers. I don't think she'd even question that. I'm sure she'd love to have you. Is there anything I left out? Anything you girls want to talk about? We got a little free mic time here. You want to? We still got 18 people watching. That's pretty good. Bunch of paracougers here, and we're fucking nailing it. And 18 people. Usually I'm down by 3 by the end of the hour. So, now I'm down to 16. So 2 of them said, fuck you. But that's all right. We still got 16 people. Oh, here we go. Are you guys going to the Gettysburg Bash's sponsor, Lauren Perez, the wife and one half co-founder of the Radicals and the Museum of Wonders.
I have signed up for the Gettysburg Bash before. It just never works out in my favor, and it just life is pretty much just what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I usually try to get
Hard.
down there 2 to 3 times a year, and it's just never around the time that the bash is happening. It's usually like shortly before it's happening, or it's shortly after it's happening.
No shit.
But one day,
Yeah.
one time, I'm finally going to be able to get down there because it's a great thing. It's for a great organization. All the money goes towards, I think it's Wounded Warrior. Is that what it's for?
The Wounded Warrior Foundation. Yep.
I think it's something for that. I apologize if I'm botching that, and it's completely. I know it's something for military and veterans.
It's fitting. It's yeah.
Wounded
Exactly
Warriors.
fitting. It might.
It's the Wounded Warriors.
Is it?
so.
Okay. I know it's something for along those lines. So, like, obviously, it's for a great cause, and it's also kid friendly too. Which mom of 3 kids, and it's just perfect. But it just
Gettysburg's
never
perfect.
works out.
There's
It is.
hotels everywhere. There's restaurants. There's everything's
So
got
much.
placards. You can educate your kids. There's ghost tours. There's Sachs Bridge. There's Suicide Bridge. There's little route. You can literally spend a week in Gettysburg and still not see every fuck. The Jenny Wade house. That poor woman was baking bread for a Union soldier, and the bullet hole still, still in the door. Oh, that's amazing. When I think of Gettysburg, honestly, Missy, I really do think of you because you're the one that really promotes it and loves it. Nomar's got a question, Missy. A real big question. Do you dye your hair?
I did dye my hair, Nomar. I've got some red highlights in it. I know. I was like switching stuff up, like treat myself. Like Nomar
Girl,
became
we
like
don't-
my COVID friend. Like during God, I love him. And every time that I get to talk about like ufology or anything, I'm almost just like, you need to talk about Nomar. Like I got to bring up Nomar, and I got to bring up Mike Stevens, which Mike wrote. Nomar wrote about Mike Stevens in his book Granite Skies, which is another dear friend of mine. But yeah, me and Nomar became like best of friends during COVID, and it just was very random. And
He's a good dude.
He is a genuinely great, amazing human being, and I'm grateful to have him here in Maine.
I don't know if I saw you or not. I'm sure you went, but they had that book signing when Lauren was there with Gene and Bangor, and Nomar was there, a couple people from Maine.
No, I know. I wanted to. No, I wanted to. No, I definitely. Oh
you
my
live
god!
in Springvale. I've been to the museum in the street, Springvale in Sanford. They get the museum. Yeah. You live in a historical part of Maine, Missy.
Oh yes, it's crazy, and like. It's like, so like, yeah, I'm such like a Gettysburg geek, but I'm also like a huge Civil War like nut as well. And so like the carriages, the mills here in town, they actually made the carriage blankets for soldiers for the carriages and all that stuff. They were made right here in my town. Like I was like, that's so cool. Like all these little connections, just like kind of going back to like the Civil War. It's I don't know.
You see what I mean? Dude, I've held an hour down with 3 of the most knowledgeable women in Maine when it comes down to it, besides Heather, and I gave her the link. She can jump on if she wants. But it's unfucking real, the respect and loyalty, and just you guys have all said answers that dudes would say. Like Island of Dolls, like fucking Texas Chainsaw, Jen says. Like, you guys are right there, dude. Like, you guys are fucking sick, twisted people, and that's my type of people because I think that's the way life is. But you're beautiful people, too. That's the difference because you bring that side of it. But you're open. Now, Jen, I wanted to touch on this, and we'll go around, but I want to start with Jen because she brought this up in chat. She goes, do you talk about cryptids? I go, you never seen the show, have you? So let's talk about cryptids, Jen. What do you know? What have you seen? I know Missy, and I even know Kim, you guys roll with that. What do they call it? What do you guys call it? There's a certain name for it. That's what you do. The name of the field that you're in. Yeah, well, the cryptozoology field is like a name for it. I'm fucking
I'm the Indiana chapter rep for the North American Dogman Project.
And that's what we're going to talk about. Missy, you run a thing. You run a thing in your town, and it's called this. What's that group thing that you ran, the event?
Fortean Fest.
Forteans. You're Forteans.
Yeah.
Fortean. Thank you. Fortean Researchers. Fortean, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Thank you so much. I'm fucking baked. So, Jen, let's talk about the Dogman thing, and we're going to go right around the room because I know Kim and Missy got a lot to talk about. If you guys don't mind going over, we're at an hour 6, but we can go for another 20 minutes if you want.
Shit, I'm kidless. I can do this all night.
Me too, Jen.
21 motherfuckers are bored and watching us. I did it real quick, guys. I did do a survey, and it lasted 6 days, starting June 1st. This show is going to be on Thursdays at 8 p.m. It's going to switch times because summertime people do events. You do camp out, you do Fort Knox weekend, you do all. So no one's on Fridays going to have time during the summer.
Yeah,
So
Thursday's good.
Thursdays people are still working out. Thursdays I'll tune in. Fridays, fuck that. People are gonna be out doing shit. Plus I want to do shit. So it's switching. But Jen, let's talk about what you do with let's talk about the cryptid stuff. Name drop it again. Bless you.
North American Dogman Project, also known as the NADP. You know, kind of a long ass website.
That's cool. What's up, Jay Hill? Studio 6 Mirror Noble Podcast. That's good. And that's basically like the Dogman for everybody that doesn't know. You want to explain what that is? I know what it is. I think a lot of people do, but some may not. It's not quite Bigfoot, right?
No, it is not. That is definitely not a Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
Like the Turner Beast was, right?
I'm sorry?
The Turner Beast in Maine. Remember that?
Oh, I never heard of that one.
No shit, Missy. You've remember the Turner Beast? It was like a half wolf, half hybrid Wolverine type animal. Is that what we're talking about?
Turner Beast?
Turner Beast. It was on Monster Quest. Monster Quest. It was on the Dogman episode.
I've been taking notes this whole time, so that's why I got some paper and dug out my little.
I don't know
you
what
being
all,
so on top of it and organized, Jen.
So you've seen Van Helsing.
Yes.
Everybody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the dog sightings look like the werewolves off Van Helsing, but these are not exactly werewolves. The Lugaroo is down in Louisiana.
Yes.
I actually have a friend that lives, you know where Swamp People is filmed at down there? He lives in that area. Well, he doesn't anymore. He used to, and he's like texted me one day and he's like, there's this huge ass wolf across the road from me. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, it's huge. And him and his cousin were out deer hunting and something was tracking them. And they backtracked and saw their tracks and it disappeared. And then some people say the Dogman are descendants of Anubis, which I can kind of see. Some say they are flesh and blood, which the one I saw was.
Like a skinwalker? Ish? What do you mean?
We don't say that word. It's an SW. That calls them to you.
You guys are awesome.
The more you say that word, the more it like calls it to you, and you do not whistle after dark because of that too.
Missy knows we're in Wendigo country. You got to be careful around here. You got to be careful around here.
My 5-year, well, he's 7 now. I told him a couple years ago. I said, "You do not whistle after dark." Well, why? I said, "You remember what I saw?" Yep. Every time we go out, he's like, I can't whistle after dark. And he'll tell people not to do it.
I know.
He knows.
You've heard of that, Missy?
Yeah, I know. Like, it's a thing like in Appalachia, like that area. Like, it's something that they're just like, no, there's like certain things that you do not do after dark. And I know that whistling is one.
I've never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Well, Kim's from Massachusetts, so.
You got your own, like.
You got UFOs
there.
Right.
Kim, you must have some lore where you grow up. You grew up
Not really.
Where'd you grow up? You grew up by the Hoosick Tunnel. Isn't that by the Bridgewater Triangle, for Christ's sake?
Not far from it, but you got to remember, I raised 3 kids pretty much on my own, so everything was, about being a mom. Even when I got married, we had his 3 children, so I had 3 of my own, 3 stepchildren. I really didn't have time till this point in my life to
look at you
get
now.
into these things.
Swan Island, Fort Knox, the castle in Proctor, Vermont, with Wilson Castle.
Wilson Castle, yes, we get to go back there in August too. August, right?
Yeah, you guys get to spend the night. I was in the band Culling the Herd with my bandmates from Richmond, Maine. We used to go drink at the Goat. That's right across the street from the goddamn Swan Island with the cemetery and houses. I've never gone on there. I almost swam across one day all drunk. I'm going over.
Don't. The current there is so crazy.
That's what I heard. It's like the Kennebec, right, Missy?
Yeah, it's like the Piscataqua too, like right over
shit.
like going into Kittery into Portsmouth. Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. Like
you guys did that though, didn't you? Take a raft over a boat, Missy? You did that too, right?
Yep, it was a pontoon. Yep.
Pontoon. And
that let me, oh man, that island, like I don't know, like I went in just kind of like being like, oh well, we'll see how this goes. Like when you do events, like it's so hard with investigating because like it's a lot of people. Like when you do
you're babysitting, kind of,
yeah. I mean, and like you just never know what it's gonna be. It's 9 times out of 10 it can be kind of just sitting in the dark trying to entertain the group of people, but you know, you do make best of it. That place was fucking crazy. I apologize that I'm swearing so much, but
you better fucking be. God damn it, you fucking better be. People love that. They go, oh, you're so raw, you swear, you smoke weed. I go, yeah, I just live. Oh my God, you're so real. Like, what the? Hey guys, welcome back to Historically Haunted Podcast, my group. Not that shit.
I have a corn cob up my ass.
That's real, Jen, and I love your post. I love you being like, not to cut Missy off, but I love Jen being like, where the fuck are my girls supporting me with this shit? I cry that too. People go, oh, I saw you win someplace. I go, you didn't like my fucking post, but you saw it. You trying to scope my ideas? Fucking block.
Yes, these fucking shady ass motherfuckers.
She's getting angry.
Dude, I had fucking Dustin Perry from the Ghost Hunters on my show last year, and him and fucking Johnny Zaffis doing a historically haunted event. I fucking blocked them both. I was a member of the Warren Legacy with Chris McKenna, the grandson, not the cousin, the grandson of Ed and Lorraine. I was their fucking historian. I just left them 2 weeks ago because I just don't fucking need a group telling me what I can and can't do. Now that I'm doing a documentary, not to get on me, but shit's blowing up and I don't fucking need anybody holding me down. So these people are going to use my fucking name just like Lucky Palermo's going to try to start your shit. You know what? That's right. Lucky Palermo. The fucking, I don't give a fuck. She blocked me years ago because I rode with Chris Sanders and shit, and she used to do shit at the fucking Lizzie Borden house, and she thinks she's all of that. And she goes out and she wants to do a Paracon now about women, and she wants to steal your idea and not give you any credit, not give you any money. That's fucking horseshit. Why does everything need to be? Well, you haven't got it. You haven't got it money. You didn't get it coin. You didn't get it paid. Fucking copyright. What are you talking about?
Here's the shit. Bullshit. The women's retreat.
Preach.
That fucking name is copyrighted. Anything to do with that shit is copyrighted and they can be sued. Same for the Men of the Paranormal event. You want to fuck around? Let's play.
I opened it up. That's what it's about. People go, you're so real. But you know, I talked to the guy that killed Gage, Donnie. Donnie called me last week. Donnie, the fucking truck driver from Pet Cemetery, the red truck. He's coming down in July. He wants to work with me. We're going to do a signing. 100% of the proceeds go to me because you know I was homeless. Because I speak my mind. He goes, you're fucking inspirational. He called me yesterday. Donnie Green, the guy that killed Gage in Pet Cemetery, drove the red truck. He's in Florida. He was going to do Ice Road Truckers, but he turned it down. He wants to work with me and only me because I speak the fucking truth. And I'm tired of people running shit. Just because you were on a show, just because you run a fucking network, just because you think you're better than me. When I was dead for 38 seconds, when my mom died, I was in a car accident. I was homeless for 3 years, shitting in a snowbank. And now I own my home in fucking Mount Katahdin, Maine, up by fucking, I'm going to fucking bow down to fucking Johnny Zaffis or fucking, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. All this shit's me. Fuck them. And that's the way it needs to be, Jen. You did this shit with your money, your hard-ass shit, and these people going to piggyback you, bro?
They do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like they can't think for them damn selves. I've been saying this for years.
You're right, Jen.
My youngest son's dad years ago was like, can't these people think for themselves?
No.
They always try to steal your idea.
The guy that ran the Portland Parafest, Portland thing in Portland was mad at the people in Vassar were doing it. I'm like, Maine's big. Well, they knew I was running it. Toby and them shouldn't do it. Fucking. So the guy in Portland goes to Sleepy Hollow instead and does that instead because Maine was too. Well, fucking whatever. Then I'll go to Parafest. What is this, high school? Am I right, Missy? Kim, you know who I'm talking about. I'm sick of the drama bullshit. Can't we just get along?
See, that's where like I come in.
Most of us do get along. We really
like I have to say, like here in Maine, like we are very lucky. Like I have not worked with anybody and I haven't come across anybody. And maybe it's because I don't know why. Like I'm not gonna be like to my own horn and be like I'm fucking lucky. But like,
I was told, oh, you hate me. I was told everybody hates me. I was told Kim hates me. I was told Tabitha hates me. I was told fucking no one in Maine, but they all from some dude from New Orleans that doesn't even live in Maine.
Yeah.
Do you know Rob? What the hell's his last name? Stakovich or whatever the hell it is from Get Haunted.
It's a long last name. It sounds
familiar.
He took over World's Largest Ghost Hunt.
Oh, isn't that what you do?
Oh no, I don't do that anymore because of him. So I have done this. I did World's Largest Ghost Hunt since the second year. Maria put me in charge of promotions last year.
You're right, Heather. And
then then he started micromanaging. Mind you, he has never done this before. He told me people weren't signing up because of me. Guess what, Rob? You guys aren't. He quit. He quit. And this year, as far as I know, there's no World's Largest Ghost Hunt. He ran it into the ground.
Well, how about we make our own then? You can't coin the fucking name. There is no such thing as Para-Unity, Jen. Para-Unity is a fucking Mickey Mouse name that someone made up to sell Snickers bars at a convention or fish tacos. It's bullshit.
I'm part of Global Ghost Hunt. That's what I'm doing this year. I'm hoping with that. But I said it before.
I buy it because I'm down with people that are real. Missy will fucking put you in your place. Jen will too. Kim's a quiet girl, but at the same time, Kim's a firecracker. Kim knows what's up, right? You can't let people walk all over you, dude. Life's too short. Right? I mean,
but I just you just have no words sometimes.
I know, and I'm doing it because I care, and I'm really digging you. I didn't know you at first, and I was just like, all right. And I knew you did a podcast. I'm like, well, you wouldn't have me on, which I'd love to be your guest anytime. But then I started seeing you sharing your stuff, and then you weren't really getting love. And then I'm like, you're doing all this shit. I'm like, where the fuck are your supporters? If you had a fucking show on Netflix, or if you did a fucking season of Holzer Files, or if you were on the Warren Legacy, if you were Nesper or whatever the fuck, they'd be all about you, though. Like, no offense, the dude that owned the Conjuring house, Corey, where the fuck is he now that he sold it? No one gives a fuck. Because he sold it.
Sell it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, some agency owns it, so no one cares about him and his wife anymore. So I don't care about these phonies. That's why what I'm doing, dude, going to Pet Cemetery sites and meeting people from Pet Cemetery. Kim knows. Me and Kim hang out. Where we do, Kim? Stephen King's house. We do Covered Bridge.
Yeah. Yep.
Went to the place where they shot Creepshow 2, the downtown beginning of Creepshow 2. And that's what it's about, sharing with people that give a fuck. I thought Kim and them didn't like me. I was told my whole team didn't like me. I quit the team I was on because I was told they're all against me. Turns out the dude that told me that was the one against me. So he's gone. He's gone. And here's Kim making me supper, making me gifts and shit, going over there watching movies, petting their cat, Ivar, the big lion.
Big lion, yeah.
Yeah, and Missy, you're good people too, man. I really dig what you're about. And same thing with Jen, man. It's a pleasure to get to know you guys. We got about 10 minutes left. How about fucking any questions for me? That's usually a thing I do at the end of the show.
Okay, where is the place you want to investigate? Let's throw it back at him.
Oh fuck. Okay.
We stumped him.
No, hold on. Give me well, I had a beer. Oh yeah, see, look, it's haze, see? It's contact buzz. I'm switching. Oh boy. I know I have one on my list. I've never investigated Fort Knox. I've been 3 times as a guest, as a tourist, never investigated it. I'd like to go there for Maine, and I'd love to go to Amhi for Maine. For America, oh boy. I'd like to go to New Jersey and look for the Jersey Devil and the Pine Barrens and shit that are out there in the woods. Try to look for him, even though I heard that's not so good to look for. I've been to Lizzie Borden's. Me and Heather got the whole place to ourselves. The girl goes, the other people canceled, don't die. She shut the door. And I'm like, oh my God, Heather, we got Lizzie Borden's Fall River to ourselves.
They said don't die.
Never, yeah, she was kind of weird. It was Luann. It's funny, she actually died 2 years ago, the owner, the one that said that. Ironic.
Sue.
Sue. I'm sorry, Sue Ann. I never went to Conjuring House. That's a bucket list. I like the oddball shit though. I like places like Wood Island Light off Biddeford Pool.
Yeah.
There was a murder suicide there, and they say that hears your gunshots and stuff, and it still goes. That's honestly probably. I tried joining as a woodchuck someone to go over there and mow the lawn, but then COVID happened. Yay. So that never happened. And then, of course, my mom died. I became homeless, and I just lost inspiration. For otherworldly, I got to get to Italy. My family's from Calabria, but I love that island that you're talking about, Jen.
I want to go to Pompeii, too.
Oh, Pompeii.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'd love to go to Transylvania just to see it, just to get a picture in front of the sign. Maybe find the devil, you know what I mean? Tasmanian devil or Transylvania or whatever.
I was supposed to went to Romania last year, and I had some stuff come up. So I'm going next year with Maria's stuff, the Mysterious Adventures tours.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the girl that does the tours. And you're not going to go with all the dudes that screw all the chicks, so you might be pretty safe. That's good.
I heard about how that one dude, James, whatever his name is, trying to get with the ladies.
Well, no offense, but his friend Celine being there. I was friends with his baby mama, and she don't care too much for him anymore. She was all about me and Heather for a while, but now she befriended whatever. People are fucking odd. I tell you, man, the more I get into the show, I start meeting people, but then I start losing people. But the ones I lose suck, but the ones I gain, like the chick from Halloween, Sandy Johnson, me and her are friends. I'm friends with Donnie Green, the dude from Pet Sematary. So fuck it. The pissant in New Jersey I lost, peace out. I just gained 2 movie guys. So it is what it is. Any questions for me, Missy or Kim? Kim, you already know me. You don't get any questions for me.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you guys know me. All right. 8 minutes left to go. Let's plug some shit. Let's talk some shit. Kim, I feel like we barely talked to you. You're the quiet girl.
I am.
What's one of your favorite cases you've gone to? What's one of your favorite places you've gone to?
Wilson Castle, without a doubt.
Give me
I
something.
actually got to message you, Kim. Like,
I just want her to say that. Well,
got-
what do you do with Paranormal 207? Let's talk about them for a little bit. Paranormal 207, you're based with Chris Brown's. That's a big hit. Chris Brown's in that. I think a couple of the people are in that. What do you do with them? You guys have anything planned for the summer?
Well, our season is, thank goodness, back. Itching to get out there and see everybody and do our thing. We've got our ghost camps and ghost tours. So you can find all that information on Fort Knox page, on our page, 207 Paranormal.
I sent that Julian dude a friend request. He's like
Chris Julian is
Chris
absolutely
is amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody on 207 is amazing.
Love-
I'm just gonna say that, like,
Yes,
they're absolutely
love,
amazing.
love, love
Trina,
Chris.
Amanda, like everybody.
Cool. I want to let down my guard. I roll with I roll with some bad. Oh, license good shit. Yeah, it is good shit. It's from the beer I was drinking. It's from Seattle, believe it or not. But yeah, I get told everybody in Maine's against me, and I'm thinking to myself, this is from someone who's not even from Maine. So I'm starting to let my guard down. I'm reaching out to
consider
people.
the source.
Yeah.
Consider the source, because no.
Yeah, and it's not the Chris I'm thinking about, but yes, Gene, you're right. Chris is amazing. This is the other Chris.
Yeah.
You're telling me about him. Gene loves me. I go to Gene, give me an Undertaker thing. I still have it somewhere. Where the fuck is it? She gave me it. Gene's a big fan of mine. She gave me some money towards my book, and she's sponsoring the show in a couple of weeks.
No, I love Gene. I worked at the Cryptozoology
You
Museum
did?
for a short period of time. Yeah, it was.
Nate's good people. Yeah.
Oh, I love Nate. I love Gene. Lauren, he's such a sweet soul too.
Oh,
like,
Lauren, dude.
They're just amazing people over there. I'm
Lauren's
very
like a
grateful
grandfather
for
you
my
always
time
wanted,
that I
isn't he?
had there. Yeah.
God damn, I'm begging for him to come on the show. He won't do it. Probably because I swear too much. So let's talk about, I don't know, man. We got 5 minutes left. I hate to just cut you guys short. I miss working with Missy, she says. See, Gene.
I know. I had so much fun with Gene. It was a good time.
What do you guys want to talk about, man? We got 5 minutes. Jen, what do you want to plug? Let's plug the retreat again.
Plug the retreat.
Oh, hell.
Oh, Moundsville Penitentiary, like West Virginia Penitentiary. Like,
Moundsville's
oh my
named
God.
after the Mounds of Native
I'm so
Americans
mind
there,
blown.
too,
Like,
yeah.
So I know I told Jen, like, so doing this whole process is being like a team lead, like we had to go in, do an interview, like so they could obviously know who we are. And like, I went to Moundsville as a child because my uncle was incarcerated there.
Oh, wow.
So like I went there twice as a child.
Oh, Richie's tuning in.
Oh,
Sorry,
so I went there twice as a child and just like pulling up there and just like thinking that I was like walking into a castle. Like it was just, it's mind blowing, and I
I
cannot
love that
wait to
feeling,
get there as an adult, like, and see if I still feel those feelings and stuff like that. It's just, oh, I can't wait.
I dig that. I mean, Kim, remember when we pulled up to King's house and it was the first time Nick went, and Nick came out like an 8-year-old
couldn't
going,
believe it.
I want a lollipop, Daddy.
Drooling, probably.
Yeah. Nick's like, Kim's like, you've never been. And I'm like, holy fuck, Kim's from Mass and she's been.
And I've been, yeah.
But you brought us to the Randolph Trail where that dude got murdered and his body was hidden there. Randolph.
That's an interesting shout out to like Nomar. He did an epic podcast episode on the Randolph.
Nomar, get me on your fucking show. Nomar called me. I was talking to Tabitha one day. I go, Tabitha, because my girlfriend is reading her book. Heather's reading her book. And I look over and someone goes, hey, leave him alone. I look over and it's fucking Nomar and his old lady in their truck. I go, he caught me stalking King. It's like 3 weeks ago there because I DoorDash in Bangor. How could you not? You know, so much. Al Brady. You guys know so much history in Bangor. Al Brady, the America's Most Wanted, was killed there.
Yeah, he was shot right in the center of town. Yeah, it's so cool. And
dude, I went to the Briar Patch bookstore, bought a King book there, and that Briar Patch book, I go, is this where Dakin Sporting Goods was? He goes, yep. I go, this is where they went to go buy the Tommy guns when the FBI was on the rooftop of J. Edgar Hoover and killed the guy in the street. He goes, yep. Holy fuck. I made a video on my YouTube, Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter. You should check it out. I went and bought a book, and it's right there, a placard. FBI Most Wanted, 1930, and he's buried in Mount Hope.
Cool. But isn't it like an unmarked grave? Like
no, me and Heather found it. It's right by it's in the Jewish section, believe it or not, and it's right by this big fenced-in part. Heather found it. I was ready to leave. Remember back last summer when it was like 108 for like 5 days straight in Maine?
Yeah, gross. It's just.
And Heather's like, I found it. I'm like, where? And I went over and it says fucking Alfred Brady, 1937. That's so cool. And I said, holy fuck. There's a dude I'm friends with, John Gillis, another dude from Maine.
Yeah.
Good dude.
He is a good dude. He just recently had a birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, brother. Appreciate you. So there's a lot of good shit in Maine. You guys see yourself sticking in Maine for a long time?
Oh, yeah. I do.
I don't know. Yeah. I got a gypsy soul.
Missy wants to go.
Yeah.
I can see you being around bucket list places, going to Midwest, going to Gettysburg, maybe, and I think that's fun. I think it's cool to see the world. Life's too short. I mean, I'm 43, and I've never even really left Maine. I have to travel, but Iowa, Gettysburg, fucking Virginia. I went to Radford, to St. Albans Asylum, Radford, Virginia. Gorgeous. The Gwar, lead singer Gwar, Gwar.
Gwar, yeah.
They get the Gwar bar. I went there in Richmond. So that's fun. Fred, UFO Fred, what's up, dude?
Oh, it's Fred. I love Fred.
We got all the main dudes. So you guys can time out if you want. I'm gonna go a little bit over because we got so many listeners. It's an hour and a half. I feel bad. If you guys like, you gotta go, totally go. Don't feel like you have to stay. But I'm gonna go on for a little bit more because you know what I mean. You gotta keep feeding them. If the fucking monkeys want peanuts, you throw it at them. So you know what I mean?
I realized something talking to you guys. So I'm over here in Indiana. I'm like 20 hours away from you guys.
You're not in Maine right now?
No.
You're missing
I'm
out.
in Indiana.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought you were a Maine girl, Jen. No shit.
No.
Yeah, that's why I get to go like to Ohio State Reformatory. It's 3 hours away. Waverly's 4 hours. Yeah, I'm like centrally located.
Oh,
so, like,
fuck. Well, I'm talking like you're in Maine, like you know what the fuck's going on.
No,
I
don't.
Oh. Well,
I realized something. You guys know all these people. And like earlier, you guys were talking about these people, and well, it was you, Adam, and I was like, I have no idea who that person is. And like our little chat.
I thought you were fucking like from like Kim's area or something. I don't know why. I don't know.
Nope. I'm in Indiana.
Well, that's cool.
The paranormal field is so big. Like there's people here, like in my area, I'm used to knowing and hearing about, like all the way like Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, all the way up to like Pennsylvania and New York. And you guys know these people that's coming on saying, hi, good to see you, all this stuff. And I'm like, I've never heard of these people. I'm not being mean, but it seems like it's like sections or areas that know each other more. Like you were talking about some stuff like the Turner Beast. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Oh,
like
that's
that.
why I was confused when you didn't know because you were in the cryptids. Like, how the fuck did you? But you said the dog.
No,
Michigan-ish area, so that makes sense. That resonates.
Yeah, So it's the paranormal field is huge.
Well, nice to meet you, Jen. I usually do research. My name's Adam, the historian idiot. I should know that. I feel like a dummy. I'm sorry.
But it's small, but yet, like, not everybody knows each other. It's so big. Does that make sense? Like what I'm trying to say,
dude. Me and that dude that I was bashing earlier. You know, like I said, we were cool at one point. We drove from Maine to Iowa in 21.5 hours. We went nonstop so we could go meet some chick. And I thought it was to go investigate the axe murder house in Vasilla, which we had to go see, but we didn't actually investigate because Corona hit anyway, which is fine. But I drove through, and once you hit Pennsylvania, then into Ohio, then through Indiana, then through Illinois, it's fucking cornfields, silos, graveyards, and fucking what's that store that everybody likes? It's in Gettysburg. Everybody, Sheets. There's a lot of Sheets.
Sheets.
Yes.
I love Sheets.
Yes.
Sheets and Wawas. I love it.
Wawas is dope. Oh, we ate fuck. And then you get like White Castle and Sonic. I'm like, fucking Maine.
Oh my God. And Papa John's.
What, Kim?
We're like, we are so like deprived here in Maine.
Chick-fil-A. Oh my God. Let's line up for 4 hours.
Oh no.
Yes.
I love Chick-fil-A. I hate what they stand for, but I fucking love the chicken.
It's fucking good. Dude, me and Heather buy the dipping sauce, Chick-fil-A dipping sauce for a home.
Yes, at home.
Well, we go to like Cedar Point. Do you guys know what Cedar Point is?
Heard of that, yeah.
It's this. Okay, there's Cedar Point, Kings Island. There's one in Pennsylvania, an amusement park. It's not Kennywood. Shit, I don't remember. But they have Canada's Wonderland. They own like all these amusement parks. We'll go there, and her friends are like, Ariana's friends are like, oh, let's have Chick-fil-A. Ariana looks at him and goes, my mom will not eat Chick-fil-A because they do not like gay people. I refuse to grace their establishment with my presence because they are homophobic pieces of shit.
And I get that. I get that 110%.
And I look at Ariana.
Come on.
I get that.
I look at my daughter and I'm like, how the hell do you eat Chick-fil-A and you're gay?
I am raising a child that she's come out, and I am 100% behind her. But after driving 9 hours in a car to get to my sister's house, she lives down in Maryland, driving out 9 hours by myself and a road trip solo with 3 kids, I'm going to eat Chick-fil-A. I deserve it. I deserve a milkshake.
It's like a vegan eating a fucking veggie sandwich with bacon on it.
It's just like I need it. I hate you guys, but I need the milkshake. I
fucking
need
good,
the
dude.
chicken nuggets. Like I need it.
You have to do Cane's chicken. That's what you need to try is Cane's.
I'll have to try that. But
It's
yeah, no,
delicious.
that's like my savior when I get down there. I'm just like, I did it by myself again. Multiple times I've done it, and I'm just
It's
like,
your reward, Missy.
I need it. I need it.
It's your reward. Yeah, it's your reward, girl. When me and Heather go to Salem, we always stop in Peabody on the way back and stop at Sonic. Tater tots and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, every time I'm down in Salem, Flying Saucers. That's where you need to go for pizza.
Flying Saucer pizza slices and beer right in the corner by the Bewitched statue.
Yes.
Holy
You got to
fuck,
get
I
the
love
Pickle
Salem.
Rick pizza. It's absolutely amazing.
That
Pickle
sounds
Rick.
UFO shit on the wall. They're always playing a sci-fi movie on TV.
Yep.
Oh my god,
Yep.
Fred!
Oh my gosh.
Fred, you'd have a boner right when you walked in the door, my friend. UFO Fred. See,
I
the point
love
is where the
Fred.
Brady kids lost the tube of plans. I don't know what kind of mushrooms you're on right now, but I don't know what that means.
No, Cedar Point is not where the Brady Bunch lost their plans. That was Kings Island.
Oh, Brady Bunch.
See?
I'm thinking real life. Leave it to Fred. The fucking, I have no idea. Flying
I love
Saucer
Fred.
Pizza is the best.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you
Danny.
remember the Brady Bunch and when they went to Kings Island and Mike has architectural plans in the tube?
Didn't she find the Hawaiian doll? Didn't he find the Hawaiian wooden piece on the?
That was in Hawaii.
Oh fuck. He says oof.
No idea.
Oops. Just got
No,
called out, Fred.
we have season passes to all the Cedar Fair parks. So
Oh, that's cool. See, you're in a whole different world then. So how do you know Kim? Just through this?
Missy,
Jesus Christ, no shit. So yeah, it's a triangle
Yeah.
here. Damn it, Fred. All fast food has gone to crap. We now only survive off Olive Garden. Yes, Olive Garden's not bad. I like run-of-the-mill places. Me and Heather will stop at a place that looks like they serve human meat. Next thing, like Pumpkin Valley, right, in Freiburg, Maine. A girl got killed there. She got trampled to death by a horse. The girl's like, enjoy your fried clams. I go, oh, shit. I always ask, is it haunted? I always, DeMillo's, is it haunted? Every place I go, is it haunted here? Doesn't hurt to ask.
See, that's like one thing. Like I want to talk about like when I go to a building and I'm just like, so what's going on here? And they're just like, oh, nothing, like whatever. I'm just like, or they're just like, oh no, we try to like, try to focus more on the history. I'm just like, your paranormal is your history. I went to Fort Ticonderoga this summer with my kids and I was like geeking out and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like I'm just like walking around. And so like they have like the guys that are like running the different stations because they like make the materials like original, like how they used to make it, like the clothes, the shoes, like it's original. Like when the men are and the women are dressed in their garb, it's made right there and how it was made back in the 1700s.
Oh,
like
wow.
so it's just like it's amazing. So I'm just like, so anything weird going on? Like, what have you had any type of paranormal experiences? And there's like, we try to focus on the history and like try to remember the people that walk through these doors. And I'm just like, yeah, some pretty fucking epic people that haunt this place walk through these doors. Like, I'm just like, talk to me about it. Like, I love the history too. I agree. You can't forget the history. But I want to talk about your paranormal experiences. I want to hear about it because I want to talk to them.
Well, in
go to Crown Point when you were there.
Did you know you can't investigate Eastern State Penitentiary anymore?
Yeah, I know that.
Really? That's where I went. Al Capone's there. Al Capone's cell's there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go on their night tours, they won't they say they're night tours. If you pull out paranormal equipment, they'll kick you out.
Wow.
That's why you bring out your phone and you just record with that because that's paranormal equipment. They don't need to know. I'm just taking pictures. That's what I did. I've got some killer orbs. I got some voices talking back to me. Fuck them. There's always a way. You got to outthink these pieces of shit because they don't want you to do it because they won't get any money off it. But they'll let ghost hunters in there and they'll let Zach come in, reeking of Axe cologne and wearing 18 necklaces. Get the fuck out of here, showboat. Anyway, that's right. I said it. Sorry, Nick. I saw you again.
I almost spit my drink out when you said he was wearing Axe cologne.
You can smell it, can't you? It's almost that pungent smell.
I was like,
too much. It's like, ugh, it's almost
I don't know.
gross.
I appreciate the Axe cologne. It smells good.
It does smell good.
Some of it does.
When you overdo it, it smells like vomit. Like when you overdo it, it's like, oh my God, did he bathe in this shit? Like literally a tub of Axe?
Or maybe like the 1980s Jovan Man Musk.
Brute. B-R-U-T. The guy in my locker room was a quarterback in Lisbon. There at Brute Cologne. He used to walk around with his dick hanging out. Ugh. Every time I think of Brute, I think of a dick. Gross. So anyway, gross. So we're going way over. Kim, let's talk about your kitty. Did he win the competition or what?
What was that?
Wasn't your cat in a competition?
Oh, on the America's Favorite Pet or something like that. Yeah.
Did he win or what?
Westy.
No, we made it to fifth place.
That's
Jen
pretty exciting, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Jen, bring your cat. Everybody's got cats and dogs and kids and skunks and wombats and everything else in the fucking corner. So
I'm trying to find my Boosie cat.
I'm shocked Missy doesn't got 15 kids hanging around her right now. I'm surprised you ain't getting that.
Fucking glorious.
No, that's pretty dope. That's pretty. I had Becky Thomas on. She had her old man.
They're gonna be home like any minute though, so just
yeah, right to that door and back you. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Here's my big boy.
Oh, look at you!
Oh, what a cutie!
So cute.
Is that all gray, right?
He is part Maine Coon.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that a coon? Double paw? Yeah. So you got a little bit of Maine in you. Look at that. Literally, you got a little bit of Maine in you.
Little bit.
Little bit, Kim says. Look at Kim's doggy. We're going ape shit.
Is it raining?
Yeah. Is it really? Oh, we got snow, you rotten. Look at Nick with those
We're
muscles. You've been working out,
We're
Nick.
supposed to have snow.
Oh, yeah. I am so fucking fed up with snow.
Guy.
This
Nick's
is
supposed to be in the 20s this weekend and snow.
Oh,
it's supposed to be like in the 50s for us.
Yes.
And it's going to melt the 2 feet of
All
fucking
of
snow
it.
that we have.
Oh, bring on spring, bipolar. Let's go, spring.
Let's
Let's go.
go.
Warm. All right, so we're going to
Alright.
the 5-10 minutes. What do you guys want to do in this next year? What do you guys, all you, let's go in the room. What do you really hope to achieve? I guess obviously you're content with your life. You all got family. This is a fun thing. But do you guys plan on writing books, making movies? Do you guys plan on going on big investigations? What's going on, Missy? What do you got planned?
I guess this year I'm kind of focusing on me this year. I'm kind of working on myself, focusing back in on myself. And
Smart.
this year I would like to try to, like, after having such a successful like kids class that I did last weekend, I really want to kind of focus in on doing more focused stuff with kids. Trying to find different locations because it's really hard to find locations that are open and to have kids coming in and investigate. I get it, insurance, type thing. So that's what I'm really hoping to achieve this year is that. Oh, they're coming in.
Yeah, the
Told you.
Paranormal 5 in the house. Paranormal 5. There's Paranormal 2.
Oh,
We're
yep.
missing 3 more. There's Paranormal 3. Nice hair, dude. Where's
Oh,
Paranormal 4? No, that's 3 still.
Yep, nope, it's 3.
All right.
Try libraries. When
yeah.
When I would take Ariana with me, she'd get a lot of hits at the libraries.
Yeah.
Hits meaning what?
Oh, the girl we went once and there was a little boy at a library that's close to us. He wouldn't talk to anybody but her and this other little girl. Like, got the K2 out.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. Like I said earlier, the kids just bring a different energy to an investigation.
Yep.
A man would ask a question, it wouldn't light up. She would ask the same question, and it would answer her. Or little boy would, not it, but
People got to realize these souls, these ghosts, were humans, and they only trust what you would trust, so to speak. And they don't trust someone out there with a beep, 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 say my name with a big, oh, fuck this guy. But some little kid out there, I'll go talk to her. That's the difference, I think. It makes sense. Kim, you agree to that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the energy. Yeah.
Yeah, we did an investigation down at the Gettysburg orphanage, and my kids were actually the first kids to be able to be allowed to investigate the location. So like that was like kind of like a really cool honor.
Fucking right.
And so we actually just brought some jacks, like the game jacks, and we sat down and we started playing. And it was me and my 3 kids, and it was my turn, and I had the ball. I bounced it, and it went off behind me, like behind my right shoulder, like off into the corner. And my daughter Dylan was sitting right next to me to my left. And she's just like, can you roll that back to us? And as soon as she finished that sentence, that ball, which was that way, came out of nowhere and rolled straight to her. Like,
wow.
And the basement down there, so you got to think this building was built pre-Civil War. So I wish I remembered the year that it was built, but before 1863.
Wow.
So, and the floor is like brick or stone. It's not like it's level. And there's a ton of old church pews, like for benches for people to sit on. And it just freaking rolled right to her. Like it was.
See, people can say that was the wind. All they want, doesn't matter. She lived that experience. I don't care what people think. Oh, that's an orb. It's just dust. If I think it's real, I love it. If my mom talked to me, she talked to me. No one's going to tell me otherwise. For your daughter, for your child, for you, that was real. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. And like with you talking about like with the orbs and like with that being real to you, like when people come and talk to us, like I feel like as investigators, and I'm sure both you, Kim, and Jen, and you too, Adam, like people will come and tell you these stories, and it may not be something that you necessarily believe, like, or it may not be like something that you're open to, but that experience was real for them. And it's something that meant something to them. Like, so again, like I may not be a believer in orbs and all this other stuff, but these experiences were real for you. Like, and you can't take that away from somebody. Like, that's one thing that bothers me in this field is just like, everybody's just like bashing like all these pictures and people just having these experiences like, oh, that's not real. I'm just like, they experienced that something in them triggered and either gave them fear, it gave them a sense of peace of mind, like it's something. It was real to them.
And you got to respect that.
Exactly.
I think, dude, I've got a new respect for all of you. We're gonna get going soon. Look, Kimberly and Kate's checks in. That's fucking ganger in this world. So we got to. I gotta have. I've had Kim on before, and I gotta have her on again with Nick. But I like to have both Jen and Missy have you on separately and just do an hour.
Yes.
I think we could talk a full hour.
Oh yeah.
This was kind of just a cool little roundtable thing, a last minute thing, and I think. This was a fun fucking time, and I could talk with all you guys. You're very informative with shit. Let's go around real quick before we take off. Where can people find Missy, Lothrop, Richie, and the Paranormal 5?
So you can find us at Paranormal 5 on Facebook, and then also Missy Lathrop also as well on Facebook as well.
Instagram, YouTube, nothing like that?
No,
TikTok?
I'm not that
No.
cool. I'm not that cool.
I don't do none of that shit. I have an Instagram, Twitter, I think, but I honestly just do Facebook and YouTube. So yeah.
Facebook is just easier for me. It's a one-stop shop.
That one-stop shop. It's Paranormal 5, F-I-V-E. The letter 5 may work, but if you type in the 5, you'll see Paranormal 5, and you can't miss it, main-based. What say you, Jen? Where can people find your good stuff at?
Well, this is going to be a long one.
That's what she said.
It's going to be Eclipse Paranormal on Facebook. Website is eclipseparanormal.com. We are on Instagram, TikTok. Anything else? Lord, I don't know.
This is
I just started using Instagram.
That's what her profile picture looks like.
Yep.
On the Facebook, and that is what Paranormal 5 look like. Kim, you and Nick, we kind of do your own solo thing, but you also are very active members of this brand.
Yes.
That is Maine's area code. All of Maine has one area code. We're not like California, you got 55. We got one. 207, they call it. It's 207. I love the UFO in the middle, but that's what you guys are part of, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
That's so cool.
And that's on Facebook. You got a bunch of members do your own thing. Of course, you and Nick do your own thing individually. And of course, I'm Adam, Historian Ghost Hunter. I do my thing with Historically Haunted Paranormal and podcast. And I'll be on Tuesday with the girl that played not Jamie Lee Curtis, but she played Judith Myers in Halloween. I have a couple of other things coming up. Some dude from Michigan's coming down to record a documentary with me this summer. I can't really talk about what it's about, but I'm sure you guys can probably guess. I'm doing my own thing, but at the same time, I'm trying to collaborate with the real people. I'm getting older now, having died once, being 43 with no children. Me and Heather are just looking for people that are real and just want to be chill. Go out and get a burger and not always be bullshit. And I think Kim and Nick are like that. And I think Missy and Richie, you guys are like that. Jen, you're far away, but I like to travel. Maybe we can meet you halfway in Gettysburg sometime. I love to meet you and talk some good stuff. I'm
actually going to try to hold the women's retreat up there. Like,
really?
Once it gets bigger, you know, like maybe the 5-year mark.
Massachusetts, New Hampshire, even. I can travel, Nick, dropping some 207 and some Paranormal 5.
Whoop, whoop, thanks,
and of course, you guys can find, there's not many women's retreats. You can find Jen hooked up to that. I think if you came to Danvers, Salem area, even Connecticut, even something like that, we could travel. New England's pretty open. There's a lot of things.
I think this would be a huge thing in New England. I really do.
There's a lot of strong women in the field. Missy and Kim are two of them, for example.
I agree. Yeah.
And speaking of strong women, here's the thing that gets me.
Yep.
Is that I don't know if Missy and Kim saw this comment or not, but I had posted I was looking for speakers. And this one woman comment, she's like, well, I didn't know if I was qualified enough or not. I said, what does it matter? You can learn if you do what you do. It doesn't matter how qualified you are. It's about what you can give. It's not about the para-celeb. And I've been asked, well, you get a whole lot more people if you had a paranormal celebrity. Then you give me the money to pay them. And besides, it's not about them being on TV.
It's phony
about
bullshit.
Women
if you're a
in
ghost
the
hunter,
field.
you care about the dead, not the living. Ghost isn't fucking living. I don't care about how many books you wrote. I'm writing a book too. fucking whoopee-doo. I want my fucking shitty ass every morning. Okay? I'm worried about the motherfuckers that died without a cause, without a reason, the ones that got murdered, H.H. Holmes victims. I'm worried about finding out them, helping people that have home cases. It's not to cut you off, and I'm sorry, but fuck these para-celebrity bullshits. I don't give a fuck what kind of show you're on. I was on a show. Whoa! Ghost Hunter, not Human Hunter. Am I fucking brain dead? Am I right, Jen?
I've got something to go right along with that. Ohio State Reformatory gives public ghost hunts. We went there on a Saturday night. Nick Groff was there the night before. And people are like, well, why didn't you come the night before? They were like, well, why didn't you come the night before and investigate with Nick Groff? I said, because oh, this really irritates me.
Tony Sparrow messaged me yesterday. Want to know if I'm going to come to the Warren Con. I said, no, because I don't like anybody going. Well, that's too bad, Paisan. I go, yeah, have a good day. Tony fucking Sparrow, the owner of Annabelle. And I told him I don't care. I don't care.
When they asked me this, I was like,
I don't care.
I told him, I said, I can just get just as good enough evidence as he can. Do you think the spirits are going to be like, oh my God, I really have to show out for him. He's on TV. No, they don't give a fuck.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for dropping truth and knowledge. Finally, someone that gets it. And I know Missy and I know Kim, you guys get it, and it's fun. I love my Dan Aykroyds. I love my Leatherfaces, and I love it. But at the same time, if these people, if I'm going to share their shit, and I'm going to be cool with Dustin Perry because he was on Ghost Hunters and Evan was a guest on my show for an hour, go look at the episode on my YouTube. And he's going to do a show with Johnny Saffis called Historically Haunted. And I'm going to call him out, and he's going to defriend me. Then I'm going to block him and his motherfucking brother, or whoever the fuck. I don't care. None of them bought my trailer for me that I own.
Oh my God, you live in a trailer.
I do.
Oh my God.
And it's fucking, dude, I got a washer and dryer, everything.
You know people's going to talk shit about that.
I owe $250 a month rent. I pay $250. You pay that? Good luck. Not $1,000. $255 a month.
I have a 2,000 square foot house.
My trash taken out. My water for free. I got my Wi-Fi for free for where I am. There's a population 300 people. I got Wi-Fi. I got a $30 Spectrum incentive. I get free fucking cell phone because of where I am. And then I go DoorDash in Bangor, which is a half hour away. But I'm an idiot. Okay, I own my house. Do you? Good luck. I own my 2 cars too. And I'm not trying to rub it in, but the thing is, it's all about being fucking smart and being modest and being fucking cool. And there's too many dipshits in this field, man. There really is. And you 3 are the cool shit. Am I going off too much? I should probably
No.
I'm just laughing and agreeing.
And there's like sometimes towards the end you get drunk and you start talking too much. I go, oh well.
Sometimes
I do, but you guys work hard, Missy. You know, you're raising 3 kids, not on your own. But Jen, you got your own life in Indiana. God will help you for just living in that fucking hell. I've been through that piece of shit. That's where Al Brady's from. Al Brady's from Indianapolis. He got shot and killed in Bangor. Him and his gang were the Al Brady gang. After Dillinger, Bonnie, and Clyde got killed, he was America's Most Wanted from Indianapolis, where you're from.
I'm not from Indy.
Well, Indianapolis, enough. Well, no, that's a big state, actually, isn't it?
I'm about 20 minutes from Michigan. So, the Michigan dog man travels through where I live at.
Wow.
Yes. We've seen them.
Massachusetts has got some lore when it comes to the creatures and the wingmen.
My friend that lives, in Massachusetts, my friend Rihanna was on Facebook Messenger video with me and another friend of ours. And she's just talking to us before she goes in the house. And she's like, oh my God, did you guys just see that shadow? No. What shadow? It blacked her mirror out, like her rear view mirror, and then it blacked her side view mirror out. She could not see. It was so big.
Dude, Kim, remember that time we're at Oliver House in Massachusetts when you saw that shadow? Was that you that saw that, or was that
in the basement? No, it was down in the basement. Yeah,
where they kept the black kids during the fucking Underground Railroad there in Oliver House, where Benjamin Franklin was in Massachusetts.
Yeah, down in the basement.
Shit.
Well, one night she lived beside the cemetery.
Sorry.
Yes, we did.
Really? Maldenborough, Massachusetts.
Middleborough.
Yeah.
There's so many boroughs in Massachusetts, I forget.
There's a lot of boroughs in England.
Pittsfield. It's like right across state line from Albany,
Yep.
where she
You guys
lived
have
at.
a lot of you guys have a lot of UFO crop circles out there where you live in Indiana, Ohio area.
No, but I've seen a UFO.
You fucking people. We got 5 minutes left. They're kicking me out of here, so I got 5 minutes. I gotta have you, Jen, on a whole separate episode. Just you and Missy too. I'll have you and Richie on. Maybe some of your kids poking around.
Yeah.
I'll have Kim and Nick. We got 4 minutes left, and StreamYard's kicking me out. What can we say for 4 minutes? It's a minute apiece. You guys can have mine.
We all laugh.
I know, right?
Yep, that's our
Check
minute.
out the women's retreat.
Please.
I know. Yes, definitely. It's going to be an amazing time.
We're all
Women's
fun.
retreat.
And plus, I know that I'm a good time. I know that Kim's a good time. I haven't met Jen personally, but I've talked with her multiple
But I'm
times.
very blunt and
Like,
straightforward.
Paranormal Karen.
That's right.
Good night,
Karen.
George. Thank you for tuning in. This hard copy will be on Historically Haunted on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Historically Haunted YouTube, Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter YouTube. That's my travels. It's 2 separate YouTubes. That's where I went to the Tombstone House and the Virginia Vampire WWE pool. So Kim and Cates, all the shit you've been through, all the kids you've raised, Nick Cates, Missy Lothrop with Richie Lothrop and your 3 awesome kids, Paranormal 5, Jen Jacobs. What's the name of your podcast again, Jen?
Eerie Paranormal Podcast, where the eerie, creepy, and scary meet.
There's a dot after that with eerie and scary meet. I'd love to be a guest on that. It's just coming off the ground. So we're going to talk about that. We'll do that. Great, good. So until next time, thank you guys for tuning in. Historically Haunted Vodcast. I'm pretty lit. I'm going to go now. It's been 2 hours. Fucking killer content. You guys are all fantastic women. Fred Richards. Everybody says good night. UFO Fred. No more.
Go buy
everybody.
tickets.
Please.
Buy a ticket. The women's para retreat. The men's para retreat. Check it all out.
We even have $10 payment plans to start out.
Louder.
That's pretty
louder,
crazy.
louder. Awesome.
That's crazy.
Nomar says good night. Much love
Night,
from the
Nomar.
Jen, I know you don't know Nomar or Fred or George, but these are all our people. Nick, they're all going to embrace you. They're under our umbrella. They dig you. So from Adam Historian Ghost Hunter, Historically Haunted Podcast, we'll see you guys Tuesday at 3 Central, 4 Eastern.
Yes.
We'll see you with Sandy Johnson, the chick from Halloween. Oh, shit. It's going to be killer. But awesome to my guests, Missy Lothrop, Jen Jacobs, Kim and Kate.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And we'll have this up tomorrow, and we're going to have them again soon. So thank you, guys. We'll see you next Friday and next